Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and some more news that is happening to Biden. It seems like Republicans are finally maybe getting their ass in gear and trying to maybe attack the left the way they're attacking us. And rightfully so, I think it's hefty time to do so. So, without further ado, let's go into it. At least two Republican DAs want to prosecute Biden's Representative James Comer. I had two calls today, one from a county attorney in Kentucky and one from a county attorney in Tennessee. Comer told Fox and Friends they were Republican. Obviously, both states are heavily Republican. They want to know if there are ways they can go after Biden's now. Comer is leading to a House Republican investigation into Joe Biden's role in his family's international business dealings in countries such as China and Ukraine. The lawmaker's staff recently reviewed suspicious activity reports filed by banks to the Treasury Department regarding possible criminal activity by the Biden family. There are a number of possible legal theories under the President Biden and his relatives could face non-federal criminal charges. After Bragg, a Democrat, unfurled a no legal theory Tuesday to charge Trump, who is the leading candidate to run against Biden in 2024 election. President Biden is already under federal investigation by Special Counsel Robert Hur for his alleged mishandling of classified documents dating to his vice presidency and Senate tenure. Biden also repeatedly involved himself and his son and Hunter and brother James' foreign business relations after his 8 years as vice president, which are also a focus of federal criminal investigation into Hunter Biden. The first son, 53, has been under investigation by the U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware for tax fraud, money laundering, illegal foreign lobbying, and lying about his drug use on a gun purchase form. Hunter wrote in a communications retrieved from his former laptop that he had handed over as much as half of his income to his father. The FBI has been in possession of the laptop since December 2019. Republican legal activists last week told the Post they expect Republican prosecutors to target the Bidens after Bragg made history by bringing the first ever criminal case against a former president, perhaps by citing uncharged federal offenses as Bragg did. You can be sure that there are prosecutors across Florida and Texas right now who are looking for a state law and hook into the Biden family, said Judicial Watch President Tim Fitton, and if they're not, they're not doing their jobs. Mike Davis, a former chief counsel for nominations on the Senate Judiciary Committee and president of the Article 3 Project, floated illegal theories for possible prosecutions. I think Republican AGs and DAs should get creative, Davis said. You just need a probable cause. A grand jury can indict a ham sandwich. We just saw that in New York. And the Bidens actually committed real crimes. These are real crimes that Biden's committed. There is smoking gun evidence that the Bidens were corruptly and illegally on Chinese Ukrainian oligarchs' payroll. Davis pointed to Hunter and James Biden's partnership with CEFC China Energy in 2017 and 2018, which also allegedly involved Joe Biden on potential grounds for charges. An October 2017 email from first Hunter Biden's laptop identifies Joe Biden as a participant in a call about Chinese energy company CFC's attempt to purchase U.S. natural gas, an effort that appears to have had corporate links to both Louisiana and Texas. A May 2017 email referred to the big guy getting a 10% cut in the business partnership, and Joe Biden allegedly met with one of his son's partners the same month. I understand the Bidens may have some oil and gas deals that deal with Texas. I think maybe Texas Attorney General Kat Paxton should start looking at this long and hard in Louisiana with Republican State Attorney General Jeff Laundrie, Davis told the Post. Paxton and Laundrie, they need to look at this, and if you can find conspiracy and any of the overt act of a conspiracy are committed in any of those states, you can bring charges. Hunter and James Biden ultimately received at least $4.8 million in 2017 and 2018 from the CFC, a sensitive front arm of Beijing's Foreign Influence Belt and Road Initiative, according to Washington Post review of laptop records. Joe Biden also met as a vice president with his relatives associates from Mexico, Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine. And Hunter's boss from a different Chinese business venture called BHR Partners, which was formed in 2013, within weeks of Hunter Biden joining his father aboard Air Force 2 for an official trip to Beijing. Davis added that Republican prosecutors should review whether their jurisdictions have long-arm corruption statutes and whether the Bidens might owe state taxes for work performed within their borders. If you're making money in a state and you're eligible for state taxes, you're not paying them. Sure, that's illegal, he said. These Republican state attorneys general, Republican DAs, and Republican prosecutors need to make sure that any and all allegations against the Bidens get a full and fair consideration. Bragg on Tuesday charged Trump 676 with 54 felonies for allegedly falsifying business records, but now discovering hush money payments to the woman alleging affairs in 2016. Blah, 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 blah. We know about this already. So yeah, that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to go after the Bidens. I'm hoping that they're not just going after, Hunter. I'm hoping that they're also going after Joe Biden as well, which I think what they've mentioned here. So, yeah, this does need to happen, because if they're going to come after Trump, we need to go after Biden. It's just fair game. You Democrats, you played this game, you opened the door, so now it's our turn. So it's our turn to take a jab at you. We have this too. Jon Stewart rips into CNN and NBC for hyping indictment, hyping Trump indictment. The comedian and Apple TV Plus host are unloaded on the networks for being a letdown by the expectations you motherfuckers created. Okay. When Jon Stewart surprised the Daily Show fans by popping by Tuesday night after the Trump indictment, he was mostly there to do a silly bit with guest host Roy Wood Jr. that subverted the expectations for him to have an impassioned take on the proceedings. Turns out he was saving it for his own show. A recent episode of The Problem with Jon Stewart on Apple Plus TV, the comedian leaned into his strength and went after the 24-hour cable news networks for this jaded coverage that hyped up Trump's arraignment and declared the underlying disappointment. And he wasn't talking about Fox News. Oh, you were disappointed? We were just depressed, Stewart asked. Here's why. Because you treated this like a final confrontation with Thanos, and then it actually just played out like it was, a boring ass shit legal procedure at the very beginning of what will be long drawn out laborious legal process. He continued to go after the networks for being let down by expectations you motherfuckers created, playing clips of commentators like MSNBC Chris Hayes, a CNN contributor, Andrew McGabby, warning that the case is unoppressive and not a slam dunk. Only our media, those closer short-term attention span, own spoken, Stewart said before stopping himself to add, defenders of democracy find a president paying hush money to a Playboy model, an adult film star, and then cooking the books to help himself with an election underwhelming and boring. Finally, after briefly cascading Trump for underplaying Stormy Daniels, Stewart shared one more clip of MSNBC anchors discussing why the silence of Mitch McConnell fail or no fall speaks volumes. Stewart in his segment by declaring epic fucking media fail. And yeah, it seems like even the liberal media and all these people are going after these, are slamming these democratic policies. Yeah, again, the majority of America is starting to see the corruption and evil tree that is what they're doing. As like I said before in my last video, Alvin Bragg has single-handedly probably done the most red pilling of America that he could ever have done. Because people are seeing that this is obviously a political attack. They're seeing that this case possibly holds no water, and that it's not helping them at all. Now we have Tim Fool over here that's saying like, this is people on the left are not going against this. People on the left are not going against this, stuff like that. I'm like, yes, you're right, Tim. People on the very far left that are already cuckoo for cuckoo brains and are bloody lunatics are obviously going to go for it. They're obviously going to be in complete denial. They're already insane. All right, they're not. That's not going to change their minds. However, the majority of America, which the independents, by the way, is seeing what this is: a farce, a lie, a political attack. That's our demographic. The left is not going to change anything, all right? We have the independents are just no more Americans. That's our target audience. That's who we need to go after. Stop doing this stupid bullshit to where, like, oh yeah, the far left. The far left is a small minority group of people, Tim. Small minority group of people. Whereas the independents, the rest of the majority of America, are not that insane. So, when you show this and they see the evidence and they see all this, they know what this is. We're winning here, in my personal opinion. I think this is a victory for us. Trump gained $4 million, the first when it was announced, and then another extra million or so after the indictment was actually confirmed. So this is not a win for the Democrats, this is a loss. They are doing, as we predicted, they're doing this most likely to try to prevent Trump or the Republicans from being able to compete or to dissuade them from wanting to be with Trump, to side with him. But that has had the massive, that's been a massive negativity. It has been an actual positivity to where they have actually went for voting for Trump, and maybe some even people that were on the independent side. So I don't see what this is. This I think is a major backfire for the Democrats. I don't think this is a plus. And now that we're seeing here that even two Republican DAs are wanting to prosecute the Bidens, yeah, we're seeing backlash, we're seeing attacks, and this is the way it goes. Maybe Tim, stop trying to stir up shit and try to make things more of a hot take for your news channel, and maybe be a little more, see more of reality. Stop being stupid. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.